Hello everyone. I all hope you had a beautiful day and a very great long holiday weekend and a very blessed Easter day. Today we had to talk about the Noten Knight, a very ambitious Noten Knight assassin and also a super villain. Very clever and very ambitious. Unlike Ghostmaster, he made plans to take the seat of the Order of the Five, of the Council of the Five, that decides the fate of humanity with a group of supervillains in order to exactly control humanity and all civilizations throughout the entire universe and throughout the entire universe and throughout the sacred universe and throughout the sacred world. As you can see, guys, it's very cloudy today, so yeah, just that. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. This Noten Knight in the early centuries, this Noten Knight was trained by the Noten King, who is a high-ranking member of the Order of the Five. They trained them in martial arts skills and also in hand-to-hand combat and also in swordship and gunship training and also in many martial arts skills and swordship and many skills in order to fight in hand-to-hand combat and any other skills and also to exercise intelligence. He's a he's a very good tactician and a super strategist. This Noten Knight is very ambitious. He's a very ambitious villain who quietly has made ambitions. When the Noten King fell, throughout all his conquered world, when the uprising of the Sacred Circle in the early centuries began, led by Ra, and he was forced to teleport, this Noten Knight took possession of the Noten Empire and started leading it to greater heights and leading it to greatness and to expanding its empire throughout the far regions of the known universe and throughout the far regions of the sacred existence. Over the following centuries, when the Order of the Five extended invitations to other villains such as Witch Girl, Druid, Faithful Noten King, Michael Max Notent, Golden Knight, Golden Knight, Golden Knight, and also Shadow Master and all the other sinister villains. The Noten Knight accepted the invitation. The Noten Knight accepted the invitation and was quietly particularly a member of the Order of the Five in order helping deciding humanity's fate and all other fates in the entire sacred universe and all the fate of mankind, in also seizing control of the known worlds and on the known civilization. In the 30th century, when he accepted the invitation, this Noten Knight trained a group of his followers into following him and into doing exactly his orders and his missions in order to kill and assassinate and destroy the Four Nation Hunters. In the 30th century, he clashed with the members of the United Heroes known as Four, Eagle Man, Warman, and also Sacred Man and Magic Man. They quietly clashed and they quietly touched with the Noten Knight assassin and quietly had a breaking up war with him. They were able to touch him, but sometime within the 30th century, he vanished and he disappeared. Over the following centuries, when the world has reached its modern years, this Noten Knight convened with the members of the Order of the Five and listened to Michael Max Notent and his agreement saying that the Universal Heroes and Intergalactic Coalition have won in seizing control of all the other worlds and all the other civilization. But Dark Light reassured his members and the rest of his followers and the rest of the members that the Universal Heroes and Intergalactic Coalition will fall in their attempts in saving other worlds and other civilization. They should exactly press their main focus in controlling other civilizations and other worlds and other planets. The Noten Knight quietly agree that they'll move up the operation. With the Order of the Five's personal enforcer known as Metal Face, he began moving up his operations within the other worlds and the other civilizations and trafficking superhumans and alien creatures and alien beings, and using them to unlock their secrets, their powers, and their abilities, and use them to wage war with other planets and other civilizations across the known worlds and across the known universe in order to create havoc and turmoil across the other planets and the other civilizations. Well, when the Shadow Empire is still descending in chaos after the death of the Lolo Magic, the Shadow Empire commander, known as Commander Ice, the commander of Black Knights, one of Black Knight's commanders, exactly stepped into the light and reassured the Order of the Five that the plan will proceed accordingly and that the Universal Heroes will be destroyed. When all of the operational bases and the factories have been destroyed by the Universal Heroes all over the world, Metal-Face reassured the Order of the Five that the plan will proceed accordingly and that he will disrupt the Dark Order's plan, and also their sinister intent. When the United Heroes were clashing with the Shadow Empire commanders and all the warlords, they were quietly in a bad space. Two sides quietly suffered heavy losses. The battleships and the battle cruisers and all the other battleships were able to launch a full-scale attack on the other worlds by using monsters and creatures and beings to fight against the Intergalactic Coalition and the United Heroes. When the United Heroes and the other heroes pressed the attack on all the creatures and all the others and liberating them from their captives and from the abductors and from the human abductors and from the supervillain abductors, they were able to exactly get one of the captives, get one of the other abductees into custody, and one of the members of the Notans into custody, and questioning them about the attack and who's been hiring them in order to launch assault on other worlds and other civilization. The Notanite was quietly disappointed at the fall of the operation, but he reassured the members of the Order of the Five that the plan will proceed accordingly. The Notan King stepped forward and exactly relayed them that the Universal Prince and his secret society, known as the Order of the Twelve, are trying to pursue the throne and that they should use that to their advantage, which they gladly did exactly use that to their advantage, and they happily exactly obliged by using the attacks of all the other worlds to their advantage and to their disposable. In doing so, the other forces of evil converged and began to attacking all the other worlds and all the other civilization, forcing a war with the United Heroes. The United Heroes managed to liberate all the worlds and all the worldly factories from the Shadow Empire's grip, able to disband them and disconnect them from the Shadow Empire's factories and all grips and all other civilizations. In doing so, they were able to remove the Shadow Empire's grip and also its grip upon all the other worlds and throughout the known worlds and throughout the known universe. When Darkstar, a secret society of supervillains led by the Universal led by the Star Prince and the Universal Star Witch Queen, able to exactly end their assault on the operations. The Order of the Five was quietly taken aback that the results of the operation was supposed to be scandalized and was supposed to be attacked when Mr. Fox publicly put registrations on the United Heroes and all the heroes across the world and announcing that they are the bad image of humanity and that they're not exactly doing their job in protecting and serving mankind as they should. But in doing so, the Order of the Five members disagreed that this matter is exactly taken to the press and that they should leave it all to humanity's hands and to the rest of mankind, that their plan is going exactly the way they wanted it to go. They commanded Commander Ice to proceed with his operations and with experiments in unlocking the secrets of dark technologies and destructive technologies and all assets in order to further his ambition and his goal and also his partnership within the organization and also within the society. When the Universal Heroes liberated all the other worlds and all the other crystal worlds and planets from all the other civilizations and from all the Shadow Empire's control and from the Universal Prince and from the Universal Prince Secret Society, the Order of the Five was taken aback. The Notan Knight was quietly present in the meeting and convened with the other members of the Order of the Five when Shadow Fox reassured the members that the operation was supposed to go on and it was supposed to exactly proceed on. On July the 1st, the members of the Order of the Five convened and Vandal Darkness reassured them that this matter will be exactly be resolved and will be exactly be resolved and be fixed, that they'll continue tightening their grip on humanity and all of mankind by making the heroes look bad and not exactly making the increase of their popularity to become unpopularity. But he will exactly seize control of the war itself by doing so. When Vandal Darkness seized control of the war throughout space and throughout the entire known universe, he was able to exactly destroy an entire fleet of aliens and rogue creatures who were trying to conquer the earth for their own ambition, for their own conquest. He was able to destroy them and exactly evaporate them in the act. He convened with the members of the Order of the Five and reassured the members that the plan is going as quietly as planned. When the return of the Universal Heroes and the members of the Intergalactic Coalition return from their away mission for 3 months and for 4 months as time passes, they were able to exactly notify they will be notified by Metal Face that the operation should exactly proceed on and it should exactly move forwardly. They started the operations within abandoned factories in order to power up superhuman creatures and monsters in order to start attacking and using them as assets to wipe out any evidence of the disposal of the operations and of the trafficking resources to be spilled to the other worlds and throughout the other galaxy worlds and throughout the other known universes and other worldly possessions. But the Universal Heroes are able to salvage as much information and as much evidence excuse me, and as much evidence as possible in order to take down the bad guys and to put down the baddies down once and for all, which exactly how it went down. The Noten Knight was a member of the Order of the Five, was disappointed with the results of the operation. The heroes managed to salvage as much information and as much intelligence. He informed elderly Granny that she should proceed with the plan in taking them out, all of them, and wiping them out completely, not even leaving a trace of them, as one of the heroes was not exactly able to survive. Elderly Granny reassured the Order of the Five that she will unlock the secrets of shadow energy and all its powers in order to use it to destroy the Universal Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition by any means necessary. The members of the Order of the Five were pleased with her response, and they were eager to see her plan go straightly into motion, and they were very quietly backfired and very happy and thrilled at the excitement of the plan that it was about to fall into place right as supposedly. After 2 months of hearing Elderly Granny's plan and listening to the entire intergalactic conference throughout the entire galaxy and throughout the entire world and narrating all the other worlds and the war that's still going on, the members of the Order of the Five were able to decide the next fate of humanity by placing sole control of the Notin Empire throughout Dark Ran, who is a member of the Order of the Five and a powerful dark sorcerer and very ruthless and very compatible in hand-to-hand combat. He agreed that he will take full responsibility for the Notin Empire and that they'll work on the behalf of the Order of the Five. The Notin Knight happily agreed that he will exactly move forward with these plans in order to tripling the Order of the Five's investment and ambition in conquering all the other worlds and all the other civilizations, which was so very pleased and very quietly, successfully very happy with the mission and the results. Despite this being taken down by the bad guys, the Universal Heroes were taken aback with the victories of all the other worlds being liberated and been essentially liberated from the bad guys and from the bad guys' control from all the other bad guys' turmoil, and with the Shadow Empire still at war with itself, and the Galactic Coalition was able to exactly spread its resources thin by dispatching its scouts who were heavily hunted by the Dark Druids and Dark Witches and Dark Faithful. Despite this, the attempts in saving all the worlds and all the civilization weren't exactly in vain. It came as a full victory as all the worlds were liberated and the Shadow Empire was heavily stopped. But despite it being stopped, it still kept on going, and it still kept on functioning, and it still kept on proceeding with conquering more vast worlds and vast civilizations and vast universes across the sacred universe and across the known universe. Despite this, the Noten Knight proceeded on with his operation in catching, in deteriorating Shadow Energy's power and unlocking its secret by creating a super weapon that could destroy the entire planet and all other worlds, and his attempts were quietly foiled when the intervention of the United Heroes and the World Heroes were able to save the planet and the rest of the civilization by doing so and protecting all other assets and all other beings and saving them from being destroyed and from being wiped out. He reported to the Order of the Five that the operations were quietly ruined and they were quietly taken aback. Despite this, the Order of the Five wasn't quietly disappointed. They were quietly pleased that everything else is falling according to plan. The Goddess of Life was very happy, and that you see that the plans that they had quietly been planning have fallen right into place. She alerted Metalface, who was a personal enforcer of the secret society, and told them that it's time to initiate the next phase of the plan, which he gladly did. And by doing so, he fought against the Universal Heroes who were trying to destroy his operations, but he was taken into ultimately custody and he was released into the Astral Prison due to the supervillain known as Professor War, who's a high-ranking member of another secret society of villains known as the Founders, who is controlling the Astral Prison and is using it as a criminal activity in order to releasing super criminals throughout the world and throughout the sacred world and throughout the entire existence of humanity. By doing so, Metalface was able to report back his operations and his mission and his reconnaissance, that the mission and the success became a drop back and that the operation wasn't taken aback, and the Order of the Five was very happily pleased. In doing so, this Noten Knight is very clever, very smart, very intelligent, very skilled in hand-to-hand combat. He's a master tactician and a super strategist, forming alliance with other super criminals such as the Goddess of Life, Dark Ran, Druid Faithful, Golden Knight, Golden Knight, Golden Knight, and also Shadow Master, Dark Light, and Shadow Fox, and all the other members of the Order of the Five, who are the most powerful criminals and who are the most powerful villains who want to control humanity and control all the other worlds and all the other civilizations throughout the rest of existence. He's very skilled in hand-to-hand combat. He's not to be underestimated. He was quietly present when the dark druids were quietly, eagerly to convene and quietly reassured him that the entire operation is quietly proceeding according to plan and that everything else will falter accordingly. When the dark druids combated against the intergalactic coalition, they were both sides suffered heavy casual losses, but none of them were eagerly to survive. Some were able to teleport, others were ultimately taken into custody. But the other dark druids and witches and dark faithful were able to teleport and escape, were able to inform the Order of the Five that the situation is handling under control. The Noten Knight was quietly pleased that everything else is falling right into place. Despite this, he's a high-ranking member of a secret society known as the Order of the Five that decides humanity's fate and that wants to control the known universe and the rest of sacred existence. He's very clever and very powerful and very deadly, super strategist, super tactician, and a very cruel, evil assassin, super villain assassin, and also super villain assassin, and very great in hand-to-hand combat, highly skilled in showmanship. This Norton Knight is not meant to be underestimated. Well, I all hope you will enjoy this episode in this video. Please like and subscribe, and have a beautiful day, and also stay safe. Bye. Bye.